Hey Airbenders, it's Melanie Florence from Hot Tea for the Soul. I'm going to be doing us a moon cycle reading today. So breathe in and breathe out, right? We're going to do a moon cycle. We're going to set up the reading for the air in general, the element, and at the end, I'm going to do individual star signs. So if you are Gemini, you'll follow on, and if you are Libra or Aquarius, you go into the descriptions, hit your timestamps, and it'll go through your cycle on the moon on top, right? All right, so it's a 5 card because we're going to talk about coming out of this big-ass moon that we have with this eclipse, right? We're going to do what the wanting was, what coming out of that was, and what the dark moon is inside of it coming through, right? And then we're going to talk about what's sort of new, what you're going to actually activate to go into the new moon, right? With the new moon, with the waxy moon, what we're going to build up on the moon going into the full moon in June over this equinox that we also have in the skies at this time of year, right? So, a moon cycle reading for the moon in June for the air peeps, right? We're going to build up a few cards, see what we've got in the environment around it, and then we're going to put some down. We're going to do some confirmation cards. Sit in. Let's see what we got, right? So, let's see. Let's start with, that's what we're going to start with. Freedom, right? Freeing yourself from the cage, letting yourself out, letting your mind out, letting your spirit out, being yourself. Freedom. Your freedom, people, air benders, that's what we're going to do. All right, so if you got a lot of air in your chart, you got a lot of Gemini, you know, or Aquarius, or I got a lot of air in my chart. I'm a Capricorn, but I got a lot of air. All right, 2 messages from the Oracle of the Hidden. Ooh, 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 unfurl yourself, unfurl your growth, unfurl your petals and grow, be strong, have faith in yourself, right? What do we say here? Like the lotus, flowering spirit, revelation, maturity. All right, and this is maturing your place. You've been through this. This is unfurling yourself, all right? Being your true self, authentic self. All right, opening the lotus, like the lotus. And what else have we got? Inside, magical tools, writing, and stonecraft. So if you are diarizing, you're writing things down, this is all going to be inside of all of this. The freedom, you're unfurling, you're writing it down, you're letting yourself out. All right, there's a scribe inside of here, your insights inside of here. All right, air peeps, that's very air peep, that card just there. And this freedom, air, freedom of the mind. All right, and we've got a dove that flies free just in there. All right, we like this build up for the air. So we're going to start with the waning moon, what came out of the supermoon. Whoa. The hearth fire. This is where we point all of our wands in and we really light up and we really think about what we really actually like and our faith and our passion, what we believe in, the strength of our purpose, what it's all about. And this has really come out of that last moon from you, out of this eclipse moon, right, to come into this June. Right, and so we really are talking about like this nice fire inside of your belly and fire inside of your heart, right, and your passion and your inspiration. All right, and so that's the first card. So that comes the waning. So we're now going to talk about the dark moon, the dark side of the moon. All right, it's the dark side of us. It's the dark side of our heart cycle. All right, and this is going to talk about death. So we're going to talk about the darker side, right? So we're going to talk about the ending of cycles, the ending of situations that are going on, the death of parts of ourselves as we let go of parts of ourselves and our past and move forward, right? So we're always moving forward in the cycle of things. So from the bare bones, we pick and we nourish and then we nourish and we grow. All right, we grow from these lessons and then we take those bones and we put them in the soup and we have a rebirth, right? But this is that spot where we really sit in that cold and that depth and the dark of all of us and watch the end of cycles and watch it all unfold like that, right? The death and the rebirth in the cycle. All right, so strong. Here we are. The next card is the we're going to do one for the new moon, right? What's going to come new out of that? Right. So the dark is dark. What's the new moon? All right, one card. Whoa, just one. Oh, I'm going to take that one, not the one that jumped off screen. All right, and this celebration that jumped off screen, but this is talking about clearance. This is about clearing out the old, past beliefs of yourself, clearing out the old, past, like, things that you've been told, right? You might have been told stuff that isn't really the truth. You don't have to believe in that stuff anymore, right? You're allowed to have spiritual backburning. You get new information, you get new perspective, you get new insight. You let go of the old stuff that doesn't work because it isn't right. It doesn't fit your spiritual being. You know it's bigger than that, right? And it's clearing out old beliefs of yourself that you haven't been good enough or you weren't all these
these things, all right? That's your new moon, is letting go. Letting go of old beliefs, healing from old beliefs, letting go of spiritual backburning in there, clearing it all out. All right, the next card is, what are we going for? So the waxing moon, right? So the build up. What are we building up to from this clearance in our new moon energy? What are we going to build up to for the air people this June in the waxing? Whoop, there we are. All right, using your skills, right? Using everything you know. You've done practical stuff. You're a practical person. You're practically engaged in stuff. This is using your skills and what you know, maybe your craft, your mastership of something, all right? But really putting down your brass tacks and your practicalities of who you are, and what you produce and what your attributes are, really. Yeah, all right? Bringing your heaven to earth. All right, on a real practical level, the next card is the outcomes for the moon. What have we got for the moon? What have we got coming up for the full moon in June? All right, what's the insight in for us in this moon cycle? All right. So it's talking about making decisions. I've got something in one hand, I've got something in the other hand. So we're making decisions of faith, right? All right, being of wands, it's of faith, of our passions, of our desires, right? So this is when you're in tune and you're seeing and you listen for the keys and you listen to what's going on, all right? And you really make decisions built on faith in what you believe in, right? Trust your intuition. Really inside of that card is what that is saying. People, all right, so we've come to a great place. You're writing things down, you're letting things unfurl, letting yourself be free, making decisions, right? All right, so we've got a death in here, and the dark side is letting go of what you might have thought a future might have been in a different way, all right? Maybe that you might have been able to work with. Like at the moment, it's showing that this is a cold. This is you're sitting still inside of that. But we're going to unfurl like a lotus because we're making spiritual decisions and we have the strength of our skills and what we are and cleaning out all these old beliefs, right? Perfect. So from here, I'm going to layer up another couple of cards, right? Another card. Let's do some confirmation cards on side of this. What have we got with this half fire? All right, let me do a proper shuffle. What have we got for the half fire? Oh, there it is. All right, this is a page. This is a page of inspiration, people. So this page is about, you know, looking at what your faith is, looking at this inspiration. Where does it come from? You are listening to the signals. You are listening to the universe. You are listening from the source, right? You are listening to the I am. This is where we are. We take that inspiration and we take it in for the half fire. All right, so let's go over this death. What do we got to give us a bit more key into what that's about? Whoa, all right. This is a healing thing. All right, Temperance. This is our angel in the deck. This is a Sagittarian angel in the deck. It's really, again, inspired energy, right? But it says really stop, where we stop and we heal and we let go. So this death is to get over. Maybe spiritually, this is to let go of past karmic, like, stuff inside of your life. Like, and the whole thing, right? This is, you know, this is about healing yourself, this death, and this letting go is being at a healing spot because we are clearing out for this new moon. What else do we got for the air peeps, this moon in June cycle? What do we got? All right. Oh, the Empress. All right. So this is about being the Empress. She's all queens wrapped up in one. She's a force. She's got it all. She's the queen of everything, like that she surveys, like, and she is sensual, she is grounded, she is abundant, she is a mother, she is a queen in her own right, she has her own abundance, like, and she takes control of all of it that's in her domain. You can see the universe inside of her, inspired heart, look. All right, so we're going to clear out. This is our new moon energy, to be this Empress and really clear out into that world. All right, so what have we got in the wax? So coming, and we're going to work to add to this, right? We add to this for the moon. And there it is. That 8 of emotions, this walking away. Remember I said there's a death and there's a rebirth, and we put the bones into the pot and we make a rebirth. That's it there. That's walking away. All right, so we've got 2 8s in here. We've got an 8 of cups, 8 of emotions, and we've got the 8s of skills. So we're going to combine these 2 together, that you've got all your skills, you've got all your strength, you've got all of creating your heaven on earth, and you're able to create an emotional abundance and walk away from this death, right? Because you're making decisions of faith coming into this full moon. All right, air people, this is good. Oh, freeing our mind, freeing our emotions, really getting into our physical realm, making decisions of faith in that flow, right? Healing ourselves from these death and this stuff, like, and being inspired, tuning in. Whew.
the Muse of Voices.
Right, so this is really in your decisions making, being clear, concise, really taking it on, being drive. Like inside of this, you're going to communicate yourself clear, really what your driving force is in all of these elements inside of this. Like, this is a push through with this Muse of voices, right? All right, so we're really talking about really clear-cut communication and where we're going, like that real king sort of energy, like air energy inside of here. Decisions of faith. Right, so the next thing is I'm going to do individual star signs, right? So if you're a Gemini, you continue here. Thank you for being here if you are still here, right? If you're a Gemini, really stay in. If you are a Libra, go into the description. Aquarius, go into the description. I'm going to put a timestamp in there for you to jump to your round on the read, and I'm going to do a different deck for everybody. So first up, we got Gemini. So Gemini energy. I'm going to do the... All right, so let's go, Gemini. So we're going to add to what we've just gone on from here, Gemini. We're really going to talk about the hearth fire and what's coming out of that moon for you. All right, this insight and this unfurling of things. All right, let's see what we've got, this inspiration. All right, Geminis. There's a transition of the mind that has happened. You know, how this hearth fire is, what you're burning for, what your inspiration is inside of this. All right, so this is really talking about this transition going across. You've changed your mind from where you were angled, where you were sitting at, and you're really directing yourself to head to this new spot. All right, so you've changed your angle in your mind and what way you're thinking about things, Gemini. Right, so, I'll take this one. What have we got? That's what you came out of that big eclipse full moon with. What are we working with in this dark moon while we go through this death and this healing that you've been going through, Gemini? Alright, so I've got two, one for you, one for you. Alright, what have we come out? The Queen of Pentacles, right? This is this sensual feeling. This is a strong sensual feeling of you in control of your domain. Like, to go with this Empress, I guess. She is a real powerhouse inside. She's the other earthy sort of like embodiment. She's loyal inside of this, and that's what you've got sitting inside of this dark moon inside of here, and really thinking about that queen, like, and her strength and what that is inside of your life, right? It might be a motherly figure. It could be you, could be somebody else, Gemini, that you've been thinking about how that works. All right, Gemini. So that was in your dark side of this moon, this figure, like, and what you're working with here, and this break inside this cycle, right? In the dark side of how we're healing this energy, might be pulling in, right? But we've got this nice healing energy inside of this dark spot that we're going through with the dark moon, right? So then we have our activation. So we've got this clearance of these old energies and this Empress sitting here. So Gemini, we've got the Two of Cups. All right, there's something attractive going on. This is attraction. This could be like there is a third party. You could have an attraction with another person. This could be love. This could be something that's popped out. All right, that when you are this grounded Empress of yourself and the last thing you expected, because you're in control of your day and you cleared out all of this stuff, and you're really thinking about the attraction in your life. There's something that you're attracted to, like the love in your life inside of there, Gemini. All right, that's your new moon energy, Gemini. So we're going to move on to what we're going to build up with that. That's with what you're activating. What are we going to build up with that, Gemini? All right. Gemini's in the house. Oop, you and you. All right. So, oop. So with this new moon, we've got this celebration. We've got this celebration of our cause. If we go through this break and this energy inside of here, this celebration of our abundance, celebration of our spirit. Like, and when we bring all things together, Gemini, this is literally, you know, where we find that happiness, and this is a marriage sort of card, right? So you've got your skills and your emotions and an emotional rebirth, and this is sort of a marriage card of you, like, building up that energy for you for this full moon, right? Full moon in June as we go over this equinox. Maybe you're in the position there, somebody's going to propose after we've gone through a full cycle. But this maybe is that you've married all your house together in your faith and what you believe in, this for stability sort of thing. So we then move that, this is your build-up energy, because we've got this attraction. Maybe there's something, then we've got, all right, Gemini, what have we got in this last part of this house? We're expressing ourselves, and we're really using our, making decisions of faith, and this coming across with this strong, like, potent energy of ourselves, Gemini. All right, what have we got? Ooh, a spark of inspiration. A spark of faith, a spark of inspiration, a new way to believe in things that's going to come out of this.
You know, there's a transformation energy inside of this Gemini. All right, so we've got an all-over flow that you're making these decisions and you're going to voice yourself strong and virile. And this is taking that with this passion of what you believe coming out of this into this full moon in June. All right, so we've got a massive cycle coming around here because you've changed your mind in how you think. We've got a lot of inspiration inside of you, but you acknowledge that there's a death and you're healing with this from this situation with this queen, and maybe you're being this queen, but we also have the empress. You move on from that empress in the moon. All right, and so we've got love in here. We've got marriage and rebirth, marriage to yourself perhaps, and rebirth in knowing your skills and stuff. But we're really having a divine, like we're making inspired decisions and really lighting up with this spark of faith, right? So we've got all this insight going on and this freedom going on for you, Gemini. I hope that was interesting. These are the first moon readings I've done. I'm really liking them. So I will be doing others. Check them out. But I really hope this resonates with you, Gemini. And I might do one of these in the next waning moon. We'll catch you later. I hope you enjoyed the moon in June. Thanks, Gemini. All right. So next we got Libra. All right, Libra. So move this out to the side. Libra. All right. So I'm going to do it with the Modern Witch. Right, so Libra. Freedom. Letting it go. Opening the letters, floaters, unfurling. We're unfurling. All right, so we came out of this big moon in, this big moon that we had the eclipse in, right? Oh, big moon, big full moon. And we came out of that. And what come out of it? All right, so we're turning our half fire in. We're really making the strength of what we believe in and our purpose. And we're inspired. We're seeing the signs. We're seeing the signals. We're seeing the synchronicities in your life. You can see the purpose inside of that in your hearth fire and delving into your spiritual realm and your passions, right? Ooh, Four of Swords. This is talking about resting your mind, Libra. Letting it go and actually just listening to actually hear the divine instead of actually listening to your mind. Like this is actually resting your mind so that you can meditate and hear the divine, really, right? Stopping it prattling through your head. So you came out of it and you're like, I needed to rest my mind. That's actually what we've just been going through. All right, so that's where we're coming to with the waning moon out of, right? So we're coming to this is the dark moon, all right? We're sitting in the dark moon now. Before we go into the new. So we're letting go. We're letting go of this old cycle. We're letting go of a death. We're healing from that. And we're doing deep healing from that. Letting go of the old things because the world's changed. All right? The world keeps changing. The world keeps moving. The season keeps changing. You know that life has changed, Libra. Like it really is for you. And it really is making a moves and changing. And when this is like, you know, this strong earthy energy, this strong mother energy inside of here. Like, and we're really making motions. You've made change inside of your life to make motion and make things go forward. All right, so the next card is, the next position in this is, the next position in this is the new moon. What's a new moon energy? We clear out all this old energy, Libra, and then we're going to like work with the Empress and what we've got going on there and the strength of her and really embracing her as her being and her strength. All right, whoa, all right. So we got the Ten of Swords. All right, this looks disastrous, but what this really is like, we've got this rest over here and they hang inside of here, but this is really about like, she's waiting for instruction, believe it or not. This is the end of a cycle. When we're talking about the one, we're talking about mastery. When we talk about the zero, we're talking about the innocence. So we've sort of got, you know, either we're engaged in getting new instruction or we're waiting. We're waiting to give instruction or get instruction inside of this card. All right, but there's really trying to master your thoughts inside of here and really what they are around these circumstances that you've got coming out into this new moon that's come out of this death and really working out like how you process all the thoughts that were running through your head. And this is, you know, you're trying to have this healing element inside of this and clear all your belief, and you believe in your strength. All right, but this is really working out how to communicate yourself through all of those elements and those things that have gone on for you. All right, then what do we go into the waxing? Wax on, wane off, right? All right, so what have we got in the leading up? leading up to go with this. Oh, we have a marriage of sorts, right? So you've got a marriage of your skills. We've got a marriage of minds. We've got a marriage of our spirits and unions. This is a celebration card. This is a real celebration card inside of this. So you marry your skills together with what your emotions are and what this emotional rebirth are. And you're really looking at, you know, the actual spiritual and the actual connections that you have around you, and really celebrating your actual spiritual realm, Libra. All right. All right, you might be attending something, but there's a real change inside of here. All right, so let's go leading up. And so we're really marrying all your thoughts together, perhaps, inside this, but your spiritual realm, definitely. And there's a rebirth in how you feel. All right, so one more card for Libra for this moon cycle reading. And we got over here. Oh, 4 and 5 of cups. We're just going to take the 5. Alright, so that's a bit of forfeiting and letting go inside of this. It can be like we over party, that we're drinking too much, that we're partying too much. It's about letting go of some emotions though. Some of them we're cold to. Sometimes this is about, you know, going out and actually dancing and having a good time and letting yourself go, right? But remembering that there's an attraction, even if we're letting the joy and we're not seeing the joy inside of it, there's still an attraction in life inside of here. Right, because we're going to voice it. We've got our decisions to make inside of here and on our faith, and you may not be able to see it all, but there's an attraction that you're going to walk through. All right, so this is about being careful to deny your emotions as you're walking through inside of your spiritual division, as you're voicing yourself inside of all of that, as you're going to the full moon. All right, because you do have some celebration, and maybe after this celebration, there's a little bit of there, you feel a bit down in the dumps about it. But that's about more communicating because you're making yourself of faith inside of here. These are decisions made of faith. It's a real unfurling process in the moon. All right, Libra, I hope that worked for you. Let me know. That's really great. This is interesting. These are interesting reads. And I will catch you on the flip side. Hope you have a good moon. All right, so next I got Aquarius. Aquarius. All right. So, Aquarius, I'm going to use the lights here. Here we are. So, we come in, Aquarius, looking at our freedom and opening the unfurling lotus and looking for insight and writing it all down what we're getting. All right, so we already come out with 2. I could feel that. That was that one. All right, and so we came out of that big moon, this big moon that we had the eclipse in it, and we're going into an equinox in this moon in June, and so this is a cycle through. So we are going through into the hearth fire. So how you came out of that is knowing that you need to turn your faith in, really tune into what you believe, tune into, you know, your spirit and your intuition and your drive inside of here, and really turning that hearth fire into look and warming up your soul and warming up your spirit. All right, so you come out with the sun shining. The sun does shine on your bones, and you know it is. You can feel that there's a generosity, that you are part of the cosmic universal whole inside of all of this, right? You know that you're actual part of everything, even though that there's a death, like death of something, and to let go of something going on in here that you need to heal from. We really do have this 8 of Wands that is, you know, bringing your heaven to earth on a spiritual level and what you believe, and honing in on what you believe in, and really bathing in that sun and really taking in that you are part of actually the cosmos, and you know you are, right? Aquarius, we know we are. All right, so we're letting go of this old while we heal through with some nice Sagittarian energy inside of there. And we're looking at the seeds that we planted. We seeds were planted and what's going to grow, right? Because this is actually taking that time to watch the plant nurture and watching it grow, all right? And this is a nice healing energy inside of this 7, that we can find this real strength in what we're growing inside of in our lives, all right? And watching it, the strength of that tree, and it all sitting in there. We're looking after it and we're watching it grow. All right, so that is inside of our dark moon. Just there is what we've got going on. That's our dark moon spot. There's death, and then our temperance. All right, so now we're going to talk about the new moon. We're going to clear out our beliefs that aren't working for us. We are going to let go of things that aren't relevant to the circumstance, that aren't going to hold you down, right? We're going to let them back. We're clearing out, because we are the Empress. You are the embodiment of all the queens, right? And you are the lover, right? So there's some strength inside of here. We've got a lover as a strength inside of the new moon, and really wishing this, and she's a lover, right? But this is a Gemini sort of energy, perhaps even in here, but we've got the Empress
and her connection to her clearance and being spiritually connected. And this is a whole being sort of thing. So this could be new moon energy. Love coming in, perhaps. All right. All right. But there's a definite like how we roll through and how we work with this, right?
Okay. So the next, this is in our how we're going to approach the world. That's how we're going to approach the world. Coming in into the full moon. All right. So we're going to go into the full moon with from the new moon into the waxing. All right, where we know that we're putting our nose to the grindstone and using our skills, and we've got an emotional rebirth. All right, what else are we going to do, Aquarius, just here? Because it's time to jump in, do it all, bathe into yourself, just jump into the universal cosmic flow. You have a rebirth, you have this strength, inside of you. All right, this is about letting go. All right, trying to let go of control and just fall into the magic of it all. All right, you have your skills, your emotions, you know, you're bringing your heaven to earth, right? And you're working through this death and you're working through its rebirth. You've walked away from things. Jump into everything that you walked away from and understand why you have. All right, actually believe it and understand it and jump into it. All right, that's your builder. Believe into jumping into it all. All right, the Two of Wands. What do we want? The Two of Wands, see we've got, this is our full moon, so the Two of Wands making decisions, and we have the King, the Muse of Voices, so they're making decisions and being a bit cutthroat or being upright and forthright in what you've, determination in what you've got to say inside of things and using your faith and your decision to do it. All right, we have the last card out. All right, rest your mind. All right. So you know all of this stuff. You know it. You've got it all drilled. You've got all of it, and you can let go. Trust your spirit. This is saying you've got your faith. You've got your spirit. Trust in the flow. Trust in the universe. Trust in the cosmos. All right. Trust in your decisions. Trust in your intuition. Make that clear, concise. That communication, but you don't need to think over it. You actually know it. You can give yourself a rest and let the universe heal you. Use the vibration to heal you. All right, that good things are going to come inside of here. Rest your swords. You don't need to think so much. You already know. You know what to say because your spirit and your decisions are already made from you inside of this Aquarius. So I really hope that it is a nice moon cycle reading for you. This has been interesting for me. I really have enjoyed doing this, and I will be putting out other readings. Check out, and I will catch you on the flip side. Hope you have a good one.